Hey guys, so here, and today I have for you a Pathfinder basic grapple guide. This is just basics, just basic grapples you pretty much need to know if you want to play Pathfinder in this game. Okay, so for the first grapple technique or tip that I'm going to be teaching you, it's called the Ferris wheel grapple. So you're going to see why it's called the Ferris wheel grapple, and this is why it's called the Ferris wheel grapple. Yeah, you pretty much just go up and you swing down, and kind of in the motion of a Ferris wheel. And before I teach you how to do this, if you're in the firing range and you don't want to wait that annoying cooldown every single time, like you mess up or keep on trying to learn it, just switch to a character, any character, and then switch back to Pathfinder, and the cooldown just totally goes back down to 0. So that's a really good tip, really good time-saving tip in the firing range. Anyways, to do this one, you're going to want to try to find the maximum distance that you can go at. Of course, like, you don't just have to sit there for a bit and try to find it. Eventually you will learn the maximum distance and how to, like, on his grapple. And if you want to know, like, when you can grapple, it'll be this like really yellow grayish color whenever you can grapple onto something, and it'll be the blue whenever you can grapple onto something. Once you're just basically running, I'd recommend standing at first, because running is a bit harder to do it with. So start off with just standing, and the second you see the grapple hit the ground and connect to the ground, you're going to want to jump. And it should propel you upwards in the motion of a Ferris wheel, and it should look like this. And like I said, the second that your grapple makes contact with the floor and gets like connected to the ground, you're gonna want to jump like this. Now that one was a bit short, but you get the idea. Now for this one, the main mistakes I see people make is that, like I just did, like what I showed you, they do it a bit too short. So it's like this, and they do it way too short, and they don't get anywhere near what they can do. Like the max potential. They don't get anywhere near the max potential you can go with this. Or what I see people do is their timing is off. So instead of actually doing the Ferris wheel grapple where they go up in the sky, they just slam into the ground like that, and they don't go anywhere with it, and they just basically have to wait the cooldown until they can do it again. Now, for tips on this one, it's really just a lot of practice that you have to do to learn like the maximum distance you can go. And if you just practice this enough, you should be able to do it almost every try. And that's like really the best tip I can give you for this one.
Maybe.
Okay, so on to the next one. If you just want to swing around an object and like get the most out of it that you can, like what a lot of Pathfinders do, you'd be surprised. They just go up here, they try to grab onto it, and they just end up just slamming into the object instead of actually going around it. And of course, we want to go around this object. We don't want to just slam right into it unless we actually want to get on top of it. But for this sake, let's say you're trying to get around it, you're trying to go around the left side of it. What you're going to want to do, whenever you grapple onto it, you're going to want to like kind of look down and left and slowly ease your way up and kind of make a C, starting from the bottom with like your looking stick. You're going to want to look in a C while you're in the air while grappling. And then the entire time while you're doing that, you're going to want to move left the entire time. And you're going to want to do these together, and it should look a little something like this.
Using grapple.
And if you're doing it right here, of course, if you just want to do it for the right side, you just do it going right instead. You'd make a C kind of going to the right, see a little curve going to the right, and then you just move your joystick or just move to the right, like this, if you're going right. So you're basically moving in the direction that you want to move around the object at. So like, of course, I want to move around the left side of the object, so you just move left and make a curve going to the left. Now on to the next one. Let's say I want to get on top of here. Like I want to get on top of these little panels up here. You'd be surprised by a lot of Pathfinders. They just straight up just grapple onto here and then just climb up. You get absolutely no boost or no movement towards this direction at all. All you're doing is just slowing yourself down by having to go through this little animation by climbing up here, and you're not even really going anywhere horizontally. All you're doing is going mainly up vertically, whenever you could be doing an entirely new different way of grappling up on the top of here and be going horizontally way further than you were before, and even taller, like more vertical than you were before. So what you do for this one, you're going to want to position yourself more below the object, and then basically you can just swing yourself up and around. So whenever you grapple, you're going to want to like be moving forward the entire time, which it should be in the opposite direction for the first part, and then you're going to want to track the path that you want to go. And of course, if you want to swing up and over this, you're gonna want to do the Ferris wheel grapple in a way, where you swing like up and over like that, and you're just gonna want to track that path with your movement stick as you're moving up, and you're gonna want to move forward the entire time.
Maybe.
Whenever you do it correctly, it's gonna look something like this. And as you can see from right there, I actually flung myself across every panel and actually through the hole right there. Which, that is a big difference from just straight up grappling right here and just climbing up on top of it, like a lot of you normally would. Now for the last one, in the Ferris wheel grapple we learned that whenever it's this grayish yellowish color on the crosshair, you can't really grapple onto anything. So let's say I want to get up here, don't have the zip line yet, I can't really just straight up grapple onto it, right? So what you're gonna do here is you're gonna find pretty much the maximum distance you can grapple onto the object. So let's say it's right here, and you're gonna do basically what you did right here, and you can just grapple your way up. But for stuff like this, for the most part, you're just gonna be able to get on top of the object, and it should look something like this.
Using grapple.
And I will be coming out with a more advanced tutorial for this. If you guys want that, make sure to hit the like button. And I'm also going to be coming out with a mobility kind of guide. Going to be teaching you how to bunny hop, wall bounce, negate any fall fatigue, and stuff like that. Just how to get the most out of your mobility. If you want that, make sure to hit the like button. Comment down below if you want it. Anyways, that's been the video. If you liked it, like, subscribe, do all that. Hit the bell if you want to see more videos like this. And yeah, I will see you in the next one.
Grappling.